Good morning, fellow traders. Baldwin here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Wednesday, October the 7th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great night last night. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. Everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. All right, let's take a look and see where we left off the market yesterday. So SPX, right? So had a rough day yesterday, right? The month turned red. Weekly chart, right? Started to turn into a shooting star candle. Daily chart started to look like our A, B, C correction may be in play. Thinking possibly that C correction down could fill this gap, but we'll see how that goes into today and the rest of the week. SPY, again, engulfing day from yesterday, so push back down in the cloud again. We still held the ADMA yesterday, so it's tough to be super duper bearish going into today. Let's take a look at the S&P futures and see how we're looking this morning. So up 21 points here as the tone of stimulus changed overnight, and we bounced off of our 3330 support zone last night, retest, and then just kind of worked its way back up through the night. So let's see if it can get through this last drop zone right here and try to work its way back up all the way to the scene of the breakdown at some point here. The bulls really need to step up and get above these levels and really push. So we'll see how that goes into today. The MES, again, same stuff, basically channeling up here this morning. So let's see how that goes here into today. There. So let's see how that holds. Of course, it could be a big bear flag. Then we'll see where we go from there. Let's take out the Qs and see how that's looking going in this morning. Again, we're actually seeing some bull flags here this morning after last night's rise and this morning's quick push here at the open. Let's say with the IWM. Again, kind of same thing right here, but it's already broken out of its bull flag here. So let's see if it can work its way back up here. Again, keep an eye on the banks, keep an eye on the airlines. Keep an eye on those names too, because some of them have been showing a lot of relative strength recently. Let's take a look at Apple, which has actually been showing some relative weakness recently, right? We've been shorting this a bunch recently, but it is gapping up this morning here, breaking over its bull flag high here this morning. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla's up about 5 points here this morning. Again, a nice little pop here. Again, it looks like tech is getting a little bit of a move here since we've been talking. Boeing, definitely want to keep an eye on right here. So this is one that we talk about all the time, right? So nasty candle, right? You know, tempted to short, right? Really big candle right here, big volume. But we like to look for a retrace on these or a pause candle, right? Because a lot of times, you know, especially if you're kind of just a big reversal move, you know, a lot of times we see like a little bit of a relief rally on that one. So we're going to kind of see in how it holds and see if it gives us a reversal on that one today. But it is going to be on the bearish radar. Although there is a lot of talk about, you know, stimulus and all that stuff, but I mean, a company like Boeing actually has to sell airplanes, right? So, right? Anyway, keep an eye on the airlines today. Again, more talk about stimulus. So AAL is an example of one that's gapping up. We actually saw a few upgrades and downgrades, you know, between JetBlue and LUV. So kind of keep an eye on those today and see if they can push and maybe even help the IWM today. Facebook is one that's been on the bearish radar for a while. Just after the spinning top reversal off the 382 retracement from the highs. So we're just kind of tracking this one. It had a rough close. It was one of the ones that closed with high volume below the ADMA. Now it is still within this range here. So a push below there could see a move down to these the bottom of the cloud, the 256 level, and even 254 down there. Could be interesting. So we're going to keep an eye on it and see how it goes today. But if it rallies up, all right, we might squeeze out a lot of shorts today. So we'll see how that goes. Levi, so that is gapping up here to 1631 this morning, right? So we definitely want to see how it holds its pre-market and after hours level. 1677 is going to be a key area for it to get over. Again, not a really heavily traded name, but it is interesting that we actually have an earnings one that's gapping up. So again, it's running into some resistance, right? So just kind of keep an eye on that, that it might reverse today. So something to look at there. One that is gapping up on an upgrade and with the rest of the market is Foot Locker. Just keep an eye on this one. The reason I mentioned this is because it's important to not only keep a look at Foot Locker, but if Foot Locker moves, right, a lot of times Nike moves, right? So like we talked about, these like to go hand in hand. So just kind of keep an eye on Nike here this morning. It is gapping up too. So if Foot Locker moves, we might see a move in tandem, and we might see a decent push up right here. At a nasty shooting star candle yesterday, so it's really got to push to show that it wants to be strong, right? And a couple names that are gapping up here this morning that actually had relative strength yesterday. Baba, okay, so that's gapping up here today. It had a nice green candle, so again, continuing to push its way back up. They've got their IPO going on. Now JD didn't have as much of a nice candle yesterday, but did have relative strength at the open. Right, so it was a nice move here that we pointed out to our members. We're kind of back to those highs here this morning, so definitely keep an eye on these names and the China names and see how they behave today. NIO is another one to keep on the radar too. So good stuff, guys. I hope everybody has a great trading day today. We'll catch you guys in the lunchtime market update. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.